Now let's draw some houses. And we want to figure out, let's see, I'm trying to think of the best way to start here. Let's do another one of these lines, okay? We're gonna go the other direction. So we're gonna grab our ruler again, connect our vanishing point, and then we're gonna go like this and draw another diagonal line that kind of goes up, okay? This converging line is gonna show us where the top of our houses are that are facing the road. And let's keep going here. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, it'll start to make sense hopefully soon. And let's figure out where the bottom of our houses are, because it's probably not right up against the sidewalk, right? We probably need a little bit more space away from the sidewalk, some grass, and then we're going to our house. So let's say that the houses are going to be somewhere around here. Take our vanishing point, connect it up, and go over. Okay. Now, we're going to draw two vertical lines to make the front of this house. So let's say I want my house kind of like right here. I'm going to draw a little tick mark right here and a little tick mark right here. And I'm going to take my ruler and draw two perfectly vertical lines. That means that they're parallel with the edge of my paper. And I'm going to stop once I hit this converging line. I'm not going all the way to the top of my paper. I'm going to draw from this converging line to that converging line, just like that. I went a little over my line. That's okay. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to try and make a perfectly vertical line. Try not to let it be too angled either way. You want it to be straight up and down. Oh, good. My furnace turned off. Okay. I don't have to talk as loud. So now I'm going to go straight up and down. And to help your brain start to see this a little bit, you can go over this line. Oops, broke my lead again. You can go over this line a little bit darker. This line, that line. And then maybe to help your brain a little bit more, erase right here. And this is going to be the front of the house that faces the street. It's a big house. Okay, maybe what we can do now is add a door and some windows to help you really see that. So let's say the door is just right in the middle here. I'm going to draw two little tick marks where I think my door is. I'll draw a vertical line. Again, we want it to be vertical like our fence posts or like the side of the paper. Vertical. And now the side of, or the top of the door is actually going to be a converging line. If you don't want to do that, you can just do whatever you want. You can draw a straight line, but if you want to make it look accurate, you're going to actually line up your vanishing point with one of those lines here. I'll erase that little extra. And that way it looks like it's going into the distance. And it's kind of facing on that wall. We can draw some, let's say there's one big, beautiful window right here. So I'm going to line up the top and the bottom with my vanishing point. And then I'm going to connect them with another vertical line. So there's this big window on the top of my house that looks over at these beautiful trees. But right now it really just looks like a big wall standing there. So we need to make this look like an actual house. And we have to draw the other side of our wall. And this is where it gets kind of fun. This face of the house is using these converging lines. But when we draw the side of the house, it's going to be horizontal lines again. So we'll draw a perfect horizontal from that point. And then from this point, another perfect horizontal. And just to help your brain out, let's erase this line right here. And let's erase this line right here and this one right here. And now, are you starting to see how this looks like a three-dimensional house? You could add a little walkway. So it looks like you can walk into the house right here. Maybe you could add some windows here because they're facing you. They don't have to go to the vanishing point at all. Add some big windows like that. If you wanted to add a roof, the roof you can kind of just eyeball. You need to use the vanishing point. The top of the roof though would go to the vanishing point. Actually, if any of this is getting too complicated, by the way, you can just do what makes sense and then just kind of wing it where you feel comfortable. So because I know that this is a lot I'm throwing at you, but it is fun. Some of you might click really fast and you're like, yep, I get this, and some of you might be like, I don't know what she's trying to tell me, and that's okay. So let's erase that line. And let's erase this line. So now we have this house with a door and some windows and the roof kind of showing in there. We've got these trees. If I wanted to draw another house, I would need to use those vanishing points again. And I would just draw straight up and down, connect them along the converging lines, and then draw horizontals over right there. And erase. And that one could have another door. Windows. Maybe it has 2 sets of windows. Maybe this is more of an apartment building. And you can think about what you want in the sky. Sun high up in the sky, maybe some clouds, birds, kites, whatever you want. You can erase out these other lines. Okay, I'm gonna do a time lapse now of just other ways you can play around with, once you know kind of how to do this, other things you can do, okay? So here we have just black letters, and I used my vanishing point to make them look like they're kind of popping out or going into the distance. And then this one was kind of like our first one, except I decided to do like a city block, and I made my houses end, and so like my road can go either way. There's some more taller buildings, and they even go down to the vanishing point. I used the vanishing point to draw my signs, my doors, and other things. And then this one I thought was kind of silly, but a conveyor belt. Like if you imagine you're at a chocolate factory and they're making Hershey Kisses and they're all going down this conveyor belt, and down there they're going to be put into bags. So linear perspective is a way for artists to create the illusion of depth in their artwork. And the more you experiment with it, the more that you end up being able to do it without leaning too much on like the ruler, and you get just a sense of how it works and how to sketch using a little bit more depth in your artwork.